Mm-hmm. Never said he won, and everybody knows almost doesn't count. Okay. Coming on the midnight hour of 11/11/2020, Ashe. So more to be the manifestation, the greatest manifestation day, manifestation month, zodiac sign season. 4 days, 3.5 really to my birthday. Our new moon, the middle of November, when all things change around. 2 days away from the planet that rules Scorpio and Aries. Mars goes direct. So many exciting things popping off. Where my Scorpios at? Where my Scorpio soldiers at? Not my Scorpio low vibers, and we're gonna talk about some of y'all. Welcome to Addicted to Astrology. I am TMZ, teaching everyone abundantly, empowering many. Zakia, elevating everyone. And again, it is 11/11/2020. I wanted to come on today, especially because it is an important day in numerology, 11/11 being a balancing, manifesting number. When you see it, you should feel a certain vibration. You should feel aligned. And today is the most aligning day of them all. It is 11/11. On 11/11, I do have a screenshot that I shared at the beginning of this video of 11/11 before I got started. So, this episode is really special. I'm going to try to keep it not so long, but on top of me having to tell you all the things coming up briefly, I have also the birth charts of the two presidential candidates. I try not to be political on here. It's the reason I haven't been on here so much. It's because I've absorbed so many energies of this political race and how it pertains to astrology, as well as how it pertains to my alignment with the earth right now and the Great Awakening, per se. So, it's been a rough road. Only a Scorpio can kind of deal with the Scorpion energy that is on the collective right now. And I thank all of you who tuned in despite how you may feel about the Scorpion energy I give back. I am a 22-degree Scorpio, which is one of the most intense Scorpio degrees aside of the 29th degree, which is the last degree of Scorpio. in any 29th degree of any sign. However, the fixed signs, Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo, all of this 22nd degree are the most intense. Out of the intense degrees for fixed signs are 8, 9, 21, and 22. And then 29 in every sign, as well as 0 in every sign, because that's the beginning and the end. The first deacon, beginning, and the end of the deacons. The third deacon, the master deacon, is the end. The first deacon is the beginning deacon, like the infancy or childlike deacon. Hope I didn't confuse you there. Let's move on. Okay, I'm trying to keep this up here, but I have my window open because it's a lot of incense I have burning, and I'm trying to keep the circulation in the room going. Plus I got the sage burning. So I cleared the space because basically the Scorpion energy in the atmosphere right now. Right now we have the sun in Scorpio. We have the moon in Libra going into Scorpio in 2 days. And we have Mercury back in Scorpio. Just went into Scorpio yesterday on the 10th. It was in retrograde, so it went back into Libra, and now it's back in Scorpio. We're going to go into that. But basically, the Scorpion energy over the collective from the sun right now is basically opposing, but joining its partnership sign, Taurus. Still the energies of the full moon that happened on Halloween, as well as Uranus in Taurus, which is the rebellion planet, which is a really big deal, especially because it's in retrograde too, rebelling against a lot of the Scorpio placements going on the sun, soon to be the moon, and Mercury, the planet of communication. Meaning either it's working together or it's opposing and rebelling, okay? And shockers coming, expect the unexpected with this opposition. In Scorpio season, with these Taurus energies, because they're opposite signs, you learn from each other. Money, business, stability, and partnerships. As the Gemini and Sag, the North Nodes and the South Node. Also, Gemini is the communication sign, and the higher level thinking sign is the Sag side. And those are going to be the next moons that come in to this new era we're entering after the new moon in Scorpio, coming on my birthday, November 15th. I'm going to say that a lot, my birthday. All right. But the next full moon set, again, is the Gemini and Sag. So we're going into globally thinking as a collective, communicating on higher levels, different beliefs, new beliefs. It's going to be extraordinary. It's also eclipse season we're going into too. The full moon in Gemini coming up at the end of November is a lunar eclipse moon. So when eclipse moon things happen, big things happen too. So y'all knew we was not going to leave 2020 without a bang. All right. So, and that ties into the election, y'all. So this past full moon in Taurus and the new moon coming up in Scorpio is giving stable partnerships with our money, with our businesses. I know that I have a lot of expected finances that are owed to me coming to me this month alone. With Mars finally going direct in 2 days on November the 13th, on Friday, November the 13th, we can expect things to be moving in a better, more positive way, despite how it's been looking, because everything's been in retrograde. Some planets still are, like Neptune and Uranus, and even though those are outer planets, which means they are generational planets, they still have a greater effect on the collective versus the inner planets that have a greater effect on everyone individually. All right, so the new moon on November the 15th is coming out. I never am good with the times. I believe it's in the middle of the night. I know I turned 43 at 4:35 a.m., so I'll be up. You can't see the new moon because the new moon is black. It's a new moon beginning, and then it comes into a full moon in 2 weeks, right? So you won't be able to see the moon outside on this Sunday on the 15th. In other parts of the country, it'll be on the 14th. But there's big energy in the 23 degrees. So this new moon will be happening in the 23rd degree, opposing the sun in Scorpio. I'm sorry, not opposing it, conjunct, because they're both. No, it is opposing or something like that. No, it's not opposing because they're not opposite signs. They're both in Scorpio, so that's what I'm saying. They're conjunct on the 23rd degree. So anything on your chart, I know I have my houses, the 2nd and the 8th house, which is the Taurus and the Scorpio houses, are in 23rd degrees. So anything involving anything on your birth chart that has the 23rd degree in your houses or in your planets will be affected. Big energy given to them. The sun and the moon, of course, the moon deals with your emotions, how you're feeling, what you're passionate about, what motivates you. Together to build your relationships, because Scorpio is a relationship sign as well as Libra. The energy between your relationships, your vulnerability, which has a lot to do with Scorpio, truth seeking, who you really are, including your fears and obsessions even, and support moving forward with these energies. The sun and the moon both connecting to all the planets in Capricorn as well. That is Pluto, Jupiter, and Saturn, and they have a conjunction going on this week too, which we're going to get into in Capricorn, because they're all also conjunct with the sun and the moon at the 23rd degree. Saturn is at 27 degrees, Pluto is at 22 degrees, and Jupiter is exactly at 23 degrees. Jupiter is the planet of expansion and luck and abundance. We really need that Jupiter energy, and Jupiter is direct. All the Capricorn planets are direct now, so they're moving things forward too. Pluto is the planet of transformation. Pluto rules Scorpio, so Pluto is definitely ruling the sun and the moon and its energies as well. So transformation in a new era is the theme here. And since they're all direct and moving forward, and Capricorn planets create a seriousness of transformation, of abundance and finances coming in, of governmental and global things happening. That's the Saturn portion of it. Everything you've been working on all 2020 that has been slow moving. The fears you have, especially with Mars. Mars rules Scorpio as well, with Aries. And Mars going direct. Everything that you have been working on hard for 2020. I know I started with something, got this job that I'm definitely grateful for, that gave me enough money to push forward. Now that it's just about over, it's supposed to have been over, and that's the other thing I'm grateful for. This job is still going. I'm still getting money in. I'm still building my business up, and as soon as it's ending, here comes other money that's owed to me from when I was struggling in 2020, which just was only 4.5 months ago. Hasn't even been that long. And everything I've been working on in 2020, especially since 2019 and 2018 when I moved to LA, the fears I had, or the fears that you had, anything you've been working on, they're definitely going away now. You're ready to move forward. These are the third realm deacons. The third realm means mastery level. Anything between 21 and 29 degrees is, 20 and 29 degrees is mastery level. So we have the sun and the moon, your overall, the overall collective, and the emotions of the overall collective, as well as Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter, all conjunct, all in the third realm, in the mastery level. These energies coming in, all blending together. We're just expect awesomeness. Scorpio and Capricorn are the signs of pushing forward, the goat and the Scorpio. I always love to tell the Scorpio story. The Scorpio is a desert animal. However, if it were to walk into a snowstorm, freeze into a block of ice, Whenever the sun comes back out and melts it out, the Scorpion will walk off like nothing ever happened. Just a strong being. And so are Capricorns, the goats that can stand on the side of the mountain and not fall. And be standing at a 90-degree angle. Anyway, the Scorpio planets and the Capricorn planets are all on mastery level, conjuncting, blending their energies, supporting the levels of positive energy, of moving forward energy, new beginnings, with the support of the Capricorn planets, moving things forward, your goals, your ambitions, the power you have over yourself, and others even, into the new chapter and the level of life that you're going into and that you have been wanting to move into, and finally have the ambition to do it now. Mercury is direct, like I said again, it is now in Scorpio. It is opposing Uranus and Taurus. Uranus and Taurus is in retrograde on November the 17th, shortly after the new moon and all its energies. New moons again, before I go into Mercury. New moons again, you want to write down your intentions in a journal only for new moon intentions, nothing else. You can write them, read them to yourself, sign and date it, and put it on like an altar or put it on a table with a candle on top of it. Speak your intentions over the candle as well. Let the candle sit, not melt onto the book, but the journal, but, to sit on it, do its thing, make sure its intentions are set by you speaking over it. It's not really a thing you can get wrong. And then the same intentions are basically written on paper. So it's just like double intentions that you're setting, a double manifestation. You do that every new moon, and then you look back 6 months and see how far you've gone. So when we're in Taurus season 2021, around May is when you want to check and see what you've manifested. And every 6 months when I look back at mine, I definitely can say a few lines have definitely come into manifestation. I was down, y'all. I was down bad for a minute, like almost a 3 to 5 year period down. And now, ever since I've gotten more spiritual, ever since I've become more aware and changed my beliefs, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. Our ancestors want us to do what it takes by any means necessary. That's why I started this saying, Scorpio soldiers. Because a lot of us are soldiers. Some of us low vibe though, which is not soldier-like behavior. It's not independent. It's very emotional and vindictive. And I've been there. We'll get to that. Let me not go too deep. Let me keep going with Mercury. I also want to give a quick commercial break and shout out my girl Ikea, who has a company called Celestial Beings. She actually gave me the hookup on a lot of clients who wanted their birth charts done. So now I would like for you all to support her. We're both on a very awesome spiritual journey. And hers is beauty, and I want to say she has the crystals for you all, the wraps. This is called rose oil. It smells awesome. It smells like roses, and it just kind of like, it may look like I have foundation on it, but it's really just it helps the skin glow. And all it is just oil that smells like roses. Awesome. Then I also have for manifesting, and I put this on my altar as well, but you can put this on a candle, This is money oil for manifestation time. And like I said, for those Scorpio and Taurus energies, all about business and partnerships and finances. You want to definitely manifest some millions. It smells awesome too. So I just put that on there. Money up. Money coming out. All right. Also, I got my crystals here. Just want to share those really quick. Definitely got my clear quartz for clarity. This is a wrap. This wasn't done by IKEA, who makes the oils also. This was done by Matt, who I met in LA, who now lives in Alabama, but she can ship things to you as well. So support my ladies, support my queens. This is amethyst, by the way. No, I'm sorry, this is black tourmaline protection. I got obsidian and this gold number here. I got this off of Wish. And this is tiger eyes, obsidian, and I forget the other one. Cobalt maybe, for more protection. And I have my origami for radiation protection. I'm ready for whatever goes down. All while learning sage. All right, so back to Mercury. The energies from the Halloween full moon in the Taurus, that happened on Halloween. That moon hasn't happened in a while as well. We're also coming up on a serious alignment on December 21st, where I'm trying to be on the other side of the country to present with y'all, and I'm gonna manifest that too. But Mercury is the lower mind. So Mercury is comfortable in Taurus. Uranus is the planet, again, Mercury is the planet of communication, messaging, technology. It's the opposition sign of Sag, so it has a lot to do with higher learning too, and some of the Sagittarius characteristics. But Uranus is the planet of rebellion, and it is related to Mercury. So Mercury is the lower level of the mind and lower thinking, and Uranus is the higher level of the mind. So it's like wisdom is coming over the collective on the subconscious and unconscious sides of our thinking, both. It's like we're finally going to get the answers to rise and become more conscious. And I don't know why being conscious is so bad or such a thing to laugh at out here, when it is really good to know and be in the know. It is not good to not know. It is good to be knowledgeable. No, that's why we so-called should have went to school, right? So, anyway, there's a big breakout energy coming. Big energies of higher thinking and more knowledge and getting hip and not being ashamed of it. It's going to be heavy, but it's going to be something that's like, I'm glad I finally know. I'm glad that I can get this, okay? Mars goes direct again. Mars rules Aries and Scorpio. Mars is in Aries, and it will be until, I think I wrote it down, January 2021. So Mars goes direct in 11 on November 13th at 13 degrees. And get ready for it to things to finally go forward. You're more motivated. You have more strength to go forward and move with things. So I'm ready to go. Like, this was perfect how this job is getting ready. And I have a good time for this weekend for my birthday. And then next week I'm in. Here comes the money. Let me divvy this out so I can get this moving and this moving and this moving, because that was the whole plan, but I manifested anyway. And I'm about to see it happen, y'all. I'm about to see it happen. I can't wait to even look at this video 6 months from now. I look even different from 6 months ago when I started this podcast back in Taurus season, so it has been 6 months. Y'all go back. I have my natural hair, and I was still in my mother's house, now I'm on my own place. I came out of slumps. Let's get back focused. You're going to be getting wiser, the collective, becoming more mature because of all the retrogrades, especially the one in Aries with Mars and in Chiron in Aries is also in retrograde. Aries are leaders and they're also selfish. So it's more like you're going to be more taking care of yourself, more pushing yourself to independently lead the way for yourself. You're ready for this. In January 2021, Mars in Aries starts moving into Taurus. Taurus will make things more stable for you. You know, these are all fresh starts coming in, especially with this new moon in Scorpio and moving into this new era. The middle of November is coming. The middle of November is my birthday, and the middle of November is always a transformational time, moving into new things. Scorpio's world transformation as well. I mean, Pluto's the planet. Pluto's the planet of transformation. Scorpio's ruled by Pluto. So our characteristics are to transform. Excuse me. The Jupiter and Pluto conjunction that is happening still. This is the third time this year, and this is the final time at 22 and 23 degrees. It's been conjuncting on and off all year with Saturn also. Pluto again is asking us how we are transforming, how we are moving. Pluto's going to still stay in Capricorn as the other two planets move in 2021 into Aquarius. Jupiter and Saturn will be moving into Aquarius, and Pluto will still be in Capricorn for, I believe, another 4 years, 5 years. It moves into it in 2025 or 24, I believe. So it's asking us how we're transforming. Are we conscious about it? It is the ruler again of Scorpio, Pluto. So this new moon is being ruled by this transformation. It is bringing us into new transformation. The blended energies and expansion through Jupiter, the planet of expansion and abundance. You could feel like you've let go a lot this year, but that was how the only way you were going to come into these new opportunities. I feel like I let go of my mother's house. That was supposed to be our family house. However, I'm still manifesting miracles. I had to let go probably in order to manifest these miracles, bringing these new opportunities. Pluto's energy is so strong, Pluto being the furthest planet out, the smallest planet. However, it's because it's so far, it think of it like as a big burst of energy around the whole universe just because it's so far out. It can reach everything from the outside going in. So Pluto's energy is strong, that's strong and collectively deeper than the surface of most things. It's the most far out planet, and it gives the greatest energy because it hits beyond the surface. It gets beyond the surface, which is what Scorpio does. We go deep. Water signs. You know, the Scorpio, the same Scorpio that can freeze and live in the desert without burning and freeze and come back out alive and walk off, can also probably swim down there and meet his cousin, a lobster, at the bottom of the ocean. Who knows? Who knows? You know, just Scorpio is a deep, dark, investigative, deep secrets, going to get to the bottom of it type of sign and energy. It gives. Sorry, I had to clear out old videos. All right, so basically I was saying the Pluto conjuncting Jupiter energy and Saturn is giving transformative energies that are going to be most effective from our rebirths, from our struggles through this whole year. New manifestations will come out even though they happen inconveniently. It's like, ugh, I'm annoyed that this is happening, but I'm glad it's happening. Or, wow, that almost didn't happen for me, but here it's happening for me. And the new moon is, again, in Scorpio, it's deep. It takes us through all the new goals, our new passions. Excuse me, it connects with the deep challenges at these third deacon, these mastery levels. And it's giving you the motivation, the abilities to release and press on through these energies. Then it's eclipse season as well. After the new moon, that begins, well, the new moon does begin eclipse season because the next moon, the Gemini lunar eclipse, is coming on November 30th. So this will be an excellent time for everyone to see how powerful their own energy is and do things on your own terms. All right, first of all, we're going to start with Donald Trump. So I'm going to shout out Amina off the MRAC TV YouTube channel. Amina the Earth. Shout out to Amina, who is a Capricorn, and MRAC is a Scorpio. Shout out to them. I watch their show every Tuesday, as well as on Instagram. They're there too doing lives. So y'all need to check them out. Get the truth. Now, we have Donald Trump. Sun in Gemini. Moon in Sag. These are opposing signs. The moon in Sag. Emotionalist. Little uncouth with his emotions. That's very obvious. Overall, he's communicates with the conductive in an extreme way. 22 degrees is not an extreme sign, an intense sign in Gemini. I'm looking for other degrees. However, Uranus? Yes, it is 17 degrees. So his sun is opposing Uranus, or conjunct, because they're both in Gemini. No, conjunct means that their degrees will be close. So no, it is opposing, I'm sorry, the current placement of Uranus. I'm sorry, it's opposing the moon, y'all. I'm trying to reread this. I'm trying to get out what I'm trying to say. It's opposing the moon, so it's emotionalist. However, the way it communicates is rebellious, especially the way he communicates. Definitely. That is extreme too, because 17 degrees is an intense degree for the mutable signs: Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, and Pisces. All right. We also have, I noticed, Mercury, the planet of communication, in Cancer, as well as Venus in Cancer. Venus is the planet of love. Cancer is a nurturing planet. So this man does nurture and care for his, his country. Mercury, the planet of communication, he does show, the whole racism thing is so mind-boggling because he is a very caring person. It just doesn't seem that way because of the communication piece via the sun and Uranus in Gemini, as well as his North Node in Gemini. The North Node is currently in Gemini. It is his destiny to be ruling, over us, I guess. Destiny. Being the way it is when he was born, it was the same way it is now. Gemini and the North Node. Chiron, I noticed, is in Libra. Chiron is in Aries right now, so it's an opposing. His Chiron in Libra is opposing Chiron in Aries, which is in retrograde. Chiron is the healing, the wounded healer. And Libra is the relationship sign. All this makes sense to me, and it may make sense to you if you know the planets and the signs well and how they would deal with your birth chart. Because his Saturn is in Cancer too. All this would deal with a nurturing, caring person. Lots of Cancer placements. You know, lots of depth. That's water signs. Leo is a leader sign. Gemini is a communicating sign. Sagittarius is higher level. Oh, it's a lot. But the main part that I notice that I want to take y'all to is the aspects, okay? When we see, where do I want to go? I wanted to pay attention, especially, yes, right here, to Jupiter trining North Nodes. So trine is a good collective. Let me bring this closer so I can get comfortable and talk about this. So trining, Jupiter trining the North Node. The North Node is our destiny, where we're going. And when this man, Donald Trump, was born, Jupiter was trining the North Node. The abundance, the finance, the good expansion of your money, even your love, your relationships. He was destined to do this. He was destined to build money up. He is a rich man. Not only that, here's another aspect with Jupiter trining Uranus, the planet of rebellion. He's bringing, that's the whole storyline. He is a hero, and he's always wants to be. And I mean, a lot of people don't like him being a hero, but here it's saying on his birth chart that he is bringing the abundance over Uranus, being the rebellious, higher level thinking, higher level mind over the collective. Because Uranus is a generational planet. This has to do with the collective, the outer planets. What else did I notice? The sun trining Jupiter. He has a lot of good trines on his. Okay, so Mercury squares Chiron. I want to look at the negatives now. Jupiter squaring Saturn. So it's tough for him to bring the abundance over the world. Saturn is the world planet. Has to do with the world. Has to do with government. Squares conflict. It's tough for him. It's his destiny to do this. It's his destiny to do this. That's what those two aspects mean. It's his destiny. Jupiter is the planet of abundance. Again, it has to do with finance, but it's a problem with the world. That's why I love reading the aspects of people's birth charts. Seeing which one. When I started doing birth charts, I went to houses too, and I started charging more because I want to do aspects and houses on people's charts, because aspects have a lot to do with how you operate now, especially talking about certain planets and the North Node. Okay, the sun is conjunct. So his Gemini sun is conjuncting his North Node in Gemini as well. So two blended energies. Communication, communicating with the future. Overall, sun means your overall characteristics. But the way he communicates, Mercury, the planet of communication, is squaring Neptune. He communicates gently because his Mercury's in Cancer again. It's squaring Neptune. Let's go back up because I don't remember what his Neptune was in. His Neptune was in Libra. Okay. That was, the aspect was Mercury in Cancer, squaring. The way he cares about communicating to others is a conflict, especially because the illusions that are given over his relationships in Libra, Neptune and Libra. The way he communicates caringly is having conflicts with the illusions, the denial in relationships, the illusion of relationships he has, that are given, because Neptune also has a lot to do with what we see via media, especially celebrities, people going against him. They used to have a good relationship with him, and now they don't. Conflict. I'm not trying to bore y'all to death, but one last thing about Mr. Trump, President Trump. That's funny. He was born on a full moon. I love this app. I'm going to start using this one a little bit more. He was born on a full moon. So Mars is rising, but I want to go to the houses. Okay. So, my favorite houses always to go to. Well, first, I definitely want to go to the first house that has to deal with yourself. And his is at 29 degrees, which is an intense degree in Leo, a Leo sign. Then we come down here. Sorry, that was my arm, not my behind. On this leather chair. Oh, sorry, y'all. I'm gonna get one as soon as I get this money. Then I'm gonna get me something to hold this phone better, so it won't be me playing camera woman and host for y'all. All right, so 12th house, which is the house of illusions as well, ruled by Neptune again, that planet we just talked about, and Pisces. The house of fantasy dreams, subconscious and unconscious thinking, low vibing as well as high vibing. His contains Mars, the planet of action, and Pluto, the planet of transformation. And it's in 1 degree of Leo, so it's in the leadership sign, the sign that has this happy-go-lucky, all about children. Leo's a sign about children, and it's at the 1 degree, which is at the child level. This is making me say Donald Trump has always been destined to take action with the planet of Mars in the 12th house on transforming with Pluto in the 12th house. Things having to do with children. And that's the narrative anyway. And that's what I'm going with. Because, yeah, birth charts are the maps of your life. Now, who's ready for one? Now, before we go on to this matte nude lipstick is looking kind of ashy. But anyway, before we go into vice president, ex-vice president, ex-man, before we go into his birth chart, I definitely want to warn you all. That's why I have on my little skull undergarment that my daughter says my breasts look longer than Minnesota Avenue in. I love to crack jokes on myself. Anyway, it's about to get dark. Joe Biden is a Scorpio, but not all Scorpios are to be trusted. Okay? I like secrets, but I don't like secrets about me, so that's why I'm an open book. So I got a little heated online earlier this week because I felt somebody was lying on me when I tell the world everything about me. So I just felt like they was just trying to do too much. Get me all riled up, and my energy was taken for a second, and then I got it back. Okay, but anyway, I just wanted to give this is not going away either, huh? I just wanted to give a moment before I go right into Joe Biden's deep, dark secret of a birth chart. Y'all ready? Again, it may be hard to believe, but birth charts never lie. And I just read to y'all. Y'all can go back and Google the aspects that I went over for Donald Trump. You can go back and Google the aspects. I want y'all to check and research. I want y'all to build your knowledge. You know, it's time to rise. It's not time to rely on any leader, any massa. So, long story short, we're about to do Joe Biden's. Don't get mad at me on how I explain it. It's right there, like I said. I'm going to save the placements. You can type the same placements, such and such, trining, such and such, such and such, squaring, such and such, and it'll give you the breakdown of what it means for this person and how they are as a person in society. So let's dig into it. To the OJs, I remember this song. Alright, let's get into it now. I just went over this. This is an opposition, y'all. This is not an intense degree, 27, but he's almost at the end. But we still have 27, 28, 29, 3 degrees to go until you're at another intense sign of Scorpio. However, if you notice how much Scorpio is under here, stellium means a lot of things you either have to work on or a lot of things you got in the bag. When you have a stellium, meaning a lot of planets in the same sign or houses. All right, Moon is in 0 degrees Taurus. So it could be in Aries at an intense degree of 29, or it could be, because it was 58 degrees, it was more going into, it was definitely in the Taurus. 58 minutes, sorry, at 0 degrees. These two are opposing already. Taurus is stable, however, stubborn emotions. And oh boy, is he stubborn. Mercury in Scorpio. Communicating could be lies. Scorpio is also known to tell too much of the truth. This is at an intense degree. 21 degrees is intense for fixed signs, so the way he communicates is definitely intense. And as we know, we used to laugh about Joe does get angry, even when he was vice president. And Obama used to have to calm him down. So he definitely communicates angrily, intensely, passionately, which is understandable. Now, his Venus is in Scorpio. This is a freaked out position. Mine is in Scorpio too. If y'all know me, totally freaked out. Love hard, love intensely. Freaked out. There's no Lilith on this thing. That's the only problem I have. I would love to know what his Lilith is in. I'll get back to you on that. All right, my Jupiter is also in Cancer like his. Going back up, Mars. Mars is at home in Scorpio. Scorpio's at home in Mars. Aggressive. Aggression. Big aggression. At the middle teenage level, I like to say 12. 12 degrees. Oops. This is like teenage aggression. Like bully aggression. Bully level from Mars and Scorpio. Anger. Jupiter in Cancer is a good position though for finances, which is why this guy steals a lot of money. My Jupiter's in Cancer. I'm lucky with money too, but I don't steal it. How about that? Saturn in Gemini. Gemini's duality. Saturn is the planet of government, world. I see this as a lot to do with the wickedness of his feminine and masculine sides of him. I'm going to come back. I'm going to lay off of that. I'm not going to go too heavy in that. Because that makes me think some things I don't really want to discuss online. especially on YouTube. Uranus and Gemini. President Trump had the same one. So this makes perfect sense. They're not that far in age too, so we're getting into the generational planets. They both have Neptune in Libra, Pluto in Leo. His North Node is different though. His North Node is in Leo, so he's destined to be a leader too, at an intense degree. This is close. He's destined to be a leader. However, I don't think like it's gonna work because he also has to heal from all the leading that he's done already and correct it. It's a sitting in a sage. He acts like an uncouth Sagittarius at a baby degree, an infant degree. All right, let me quickly go over the ones that I want to hit. The ascendants and the houses, because this is a lot of squares, y'all. A lot of conflict. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 squares. Let's start with the negative, and then we'll try to do some positive for gold. Sleepy down. Venus, the planet of love, is squaring. It has conflict with his healing. The way he loves has conflict with the way he heals. And going back up, his Chiron in Leo has to do with children. Joe is a known pedophile, y'all. That's where I'm going, and I'm gonna stick with that. I've seen the videos. Y'all can think what y'all want. But the way he loves on children with that Venus and Scorpio, intense. Because remember I said this is a freaked out placement. The way you love can be secretly obsessive, can be intense, over passionate. And Leo is squaring his Chiron in Leo. He's healing from the things he's done to children. That's the first square, and we have 8 squares. Venus squaring the North Node. The stuff he's done, he's destined to have conflict with the things he's done with children. Leo is not only a leader, but has a lot to do with children, childlike stuff, characteristics, play, but it's conflict with it. The things he called love have conflict. His sun in Scorpio has conflict again with the way he's healing. Overall, this is the overall sun. It's the overall personality squaring Chiron, the wounded healer. Next square. Here we go. The sun squaring the North Node. North Node again is your destiny. He's destined to have conflict with his overall personality. Y'all don't believe me? Please look it up. Please get your own take on this. I'm looking at Joe Biden's birth chart. The birth chart is the map of your life. Uranus, the planet of rebellion, has conflict again with that healer. Joe Biden ain't healing from some of this stuff, and he's going to have conflict until he heals from it, until he says the stuff that he's done wrong. This is not on Trump stuff. Let's go back to Trump squares. Let's go back to Trump squares real quick, because I know y'all are getting mad. Let's see. Triangles and sextiles are good. Oppositions can be good or bad. Here's a square. The plane of action is squaring the medium coli. This also has to do with your destiny. That's not a big deal. The actions he takes has a lot to do with his destiny. Duh. That's definitely what's going on. The way he communicates has to do with the illusions. Neptune is a plane of illusions. That's another square. The way he communicates is definitely giving conflict to the collective, because Neptune is a collective planet and it's an illusional planet. Lies, deceit. He's having conflict with that. Square, conflict. What's his next square? His ascendant in Sag. Remember, what's Donald Trump's ascendant? In Leo. Having to do with children in the 29th degree, yep. His ascendant. What that noise was. His ascendant is squaring his destiny. The leadership that he has, of course, has conflict. The medium cola, I needed a little bit more research on medium cola. It has to do with destiny and like celebrity status as well. His squares are nothing like Joe Biden's. Jupiter, planet abundance. He's having trouble conflicting with the world. He's having trouble with some of the world believing that he has abundance to give to them. I'm gonna get mine though. Y'all can give me yours if you don't want it. And Mercury, the planet of communication again, is squaring Chiron. So he's having communication problems, conflict with communication on healing this world. His Chiron again is in Libra, so relationships and harmony over the collective. So that is Donald Trump squares. Back to Joe Biden. The action he takes, Mars, the planet of action, is squaring the transformation going over the collective. Conflict. He wants to take certain action that is not good for the collective's change that we're moving into. The healing that we're moving into, or the healing that he needs to do, is squaring his ascendant. His ascendant is in Sag. He's not healing right. Sag has to do with higher level. He's not trying to get to that higher level because the man is a clone anyway. That's why he's totally dead. Moon, his emotions. That moon is in Taurus, stubborn, conflicting, everybody's finances. The Dems are holding on to our stimulus check. But we don't need it because there's something better coming on that other birth chart that we were reading. Because all the Jupiter that was on that other birth chart, the abundance that he's not trying to give us with these squares, all the Jupiters on Trump's were trining. Don't believe me? We'll go back. Jupiter, planet abundance, is trining. It's bringing good things. Trining means the planets are working together to bring out creatively good things. Is trining the rebellious planet, the planet of surprise. There's surprise coming with Trump. Jupiter is trining the North Node, the destiny, our destiny. Jupiter is trining, it's squaring, he's having problems with giving it to the world. That's the only square with Jupiter. Jupiter's conjuncting, the planets are blending the healing. Man, this is why I believe in astrology. It ain't nothing even about all the other podcasts being wrong or right. It's astrology telling the birth charts of these people and how their destiny is, which means because they are leaders, because they're the presidential candidates, that's what's up, that's what's going on. Where was I? Whatever's going on with them basically is what's going to happen to us, because anyway, Jupiter sextile is good, medium cola, so he definitely financed his own celebrity status, Joe Biden. He definitely financed sextile again. He definitely financed his own illusions. He made the world illusionally finance his campaign. The world is opposing his ascendant, the way he comes across. So the world will oppose that. Saturn is the planet about the world and the government. Oh, we're not even done with Joe, though. Let's go to the houses, and then we're going to wrap this up exactly in about 15 minutes. So it tells you right now that he has a stellium. Stellium, again, means the things you have to either work on or you are strong in. He has to work on the way he loves in Scorpio. His ascendant in Sag is at a lower level. So his beliefs are not higher level, not global level, old beliefs. The way he communicates in Scorpio, obsessive, over the top, because this is extreme degree. These are a lot of things he needs to work on. The way he loves, the way he comes across, the way he communicates, and Sun overall. T-square, I'm not going to get into because it's a lot. I just really want to go over because I don't want to make this too long. I want to cut this off in a minute and wrap up. All right. Right here. 12th house. His 12th house is in Scorpio. Over the top in the 12th house, okay? It's containing the sun. It's containing Mercury and Venus, like we just went over. So illusional overall, the way he communicates and the way he loves. Stop touching children. Stop telling us the wrong, demanding, like that fixed sign energy, that low vibing fixed sign energy. Quit it overall, okay? And that's about all I want to say about these houses. That was a lot. I'm feeling negative energy just reading all this, so I'm going to stop here. So I want to see if I add this up, and this don't go over an hour. I'm cutting this right now. Thank you again for tuning in to Addicted to Astrology. This is an intense chapter. I'm taking a break on the other podcast. You know, this is an intense energy over the collective we're going through right now. So I would definitely try to come back on my birthday. I don't know how I'm going to feel because I might be in party mode. I might be, you know, overindulging in things and I won't be able to get back, but I will get back as soon as I can, y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, view, share, and comment. I appreciate you all. Big things are coming for you and I. And let's all be grateful. Let's stay sucker free. And expand your mind. Jupiter, Pluto conjunction, Scorpio season, new moon. Happy birthday to me. Scorpio, shout out to the higher vibing Scorpios and all the other signs higher vibing as well. Shout out to Gemini's higher vibing and the Gemini that's going to take back this country from those who have cheated us for so long with this Piscean, Neptunian, illusional life we've been living, a lion for so long. It's time to wake up. There's nothing wrong with waking up. You'll love that you did. Thank y'all. Peace. TMZ out. Happy 11/11. We're in 11/12 now. 3 days away from the birthday. Hey.